Alright, first things first. I have to apologize because this video came out later than I was intending it to. I meant for it to come out in about late February, but then I got into a helicopter crash.
That was not my fault.
So I had to completely rewrite my video release schedule. Hence this video not coming out until now. Anyway, I'm back, ready to make videos again. Oh, by the way, have you noticed? I got some new armor. What do you think? It comes with some sweet new upgrades. Even Jeff changed up his look. But that's not what today's video is about. Anyway, enough filibustering. In today's video, we're going to be talking about... Okay, just to get this right off the bat, I just want to let you guys know that I haven't played the story mode much, so I won't really be talking about it in this video. If you would like to know the story and lore of Dead or Alive, there's a video from a channel called Brain Alert that goes into Autistic detail. The link will be down in the description. It's a good video. Go check them out. But, please watch mine first. If you are new, welcome to my channel. My name's Artas. Wannabe YouTuber, a habitual procrastinator, and at the end of the day, also just some asshole on the internet with opinions. If you like what you see and you have yet to subscribe, don't forget to hit the button down below. It's been a while since I last made a video talking about video games. In fact, I think the last time I did that was the Dragon's Dogma 2 video, which came out back in 2022, I think. Hard to believe that it's less than a month until the game releases. I am over the moon with hype. Though I was somewhat disappointed to learn that there won't be any co-op for this newest release. But I'm hyped nonetheless. Anyway, back to the focus of this video. Wait, hold on. Here's a fun fact. My point of entry with the Dead or Alive franchise was with the 4th entry. It was in 2018 or 2019 when I was first introduced to the Dead or Alive franchise. Through Dead or Alive 4 on the Xbox 360.
That's interesting. But what does that have to do with anything?
Don't interrupt. Anyway, this isn't a full-fledged review per se, it's just me giving my 2 cents on this game, and hopefully I won't just be mirroring what someone else has to say. Alright, first, let's start with graphics. And in my honest opinion, they're actually really solid for a game that was released in... Holy crap, this game came out in 2012. God damn, I feel old. By no means are these the best graphics ever. I don't think they're going to blow you away. You can clearly tell that the devs put a lot of time and effort and passion into rendering the character models, as well as the various environments. They've aged pretty well. And the icing on the top of this excellent presentation cake is, of course, the physics.
I see. You are a man of culture.
Damn right I am.
But we're not done yet. And to go back to the environments for a sec, not only do they look great, many of the stages feature destructible elements, which is always fun. Not just that, but the devs decided to go
Even further beyond!
Let me show you some examples of what I'm talking about to better get my point across. I'm just gonna play some snippets for you. I love this kind of attention to detail. It adds extra character to each of the stages. And to top it all off, you've got a wide selection of stages to choose from. My top 3 picks are Fighting Entertainment, Zack Island, Lost World, and Aircraft Carrier. Also, going back to story for a sec, I do remember a friend of mine was explaining to me the lore of Dead or Alive, going into special detail about the relationship between Kasumi and Ayane, and I was extremely interested, far more than I was in any of my college lectures. I also remember History Behind the Warrior has a video on Kasumi, And to my current knowledge, that is the only Dead or Alive video that he has on his channel. The link to that video will also be down in the description below. He covers the lore from a number of different fighting games. Currently, I am binging through his Tekken playlist. I highly recommend checking his channel out. It's very fascinating. If by any chance HBTW is watching this video, oh, love your content, man. Keep up the good work. Right, now let's talk about content. One of the big problems with modern gaming is often a lack of content. Well, let me tell you, that is not the case with Dead or Alive 5. Though I'm not sure I would call Dead or Alive 5 a modern game, seeing as it came out in 2012. Do you feel old yet? I'm sure as hell starting to. Anyway, the game launches with a full suite of content. It's actually a full game, which feels like an extreme rarity in today's gaming landscape. Or maybe I'm just being cynical. The game definitely has no shortage of content. You've got story mode, versus, and arcade. Hi, it's post-production and very tired Artas. I forgot to include that there was also a mode called Team Battle where you pick a team of up to 5 characters and you can face off against either your friends or against computers. And with arcade mode, there's different tiers and you have the option to do it either solo or as a tag team. And upon completing each tier, you unlock a costume item for the character or characters that you used to complete said tier. And there are 7 tiers in total, with each one more challenging than the last. I think you can still play Dead or Alive 5 online, but in my experience, I haven't really found anybody. Yeah, I mean, I've just spent a long time waiting in the lobby, only to not find anybody. I have found matches in Dead or Alive 6, though. Anyway, you've got standard 1v1s, but you've also got survival mode, arcade, and even tag team matches, as well as training mode, where you can practice to get a better handle on the moves of your favorite characters. There's even a jukebox. I always appreciate it when a game gives you the ability to flick through and select your favorite tracks. The only other games that I can think of off the top of my head that give you that option are Tekken 7 before that feature was removed, and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. There's also a theater mode where you can watch over your previous matches, watch the AIs duke it out, or just appreciate the game's attention to detail, both in terms of the environments and the character models. Now, let's talk gameplay. One of the things I really appreciate about Dead or Alive is that it's got a low skill floor, making it a great game when hanging out with friends. If anything, I would argue it has a lower skill floor than Tekken or Street Fighter, which I think is good because it means that it's more accessible to more people. Like any competent fighting game, it takes serious skill to really be good at it. I am not one of those people. If anything, I kind of suck at it, I will admit.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
The game gives you a huge roster of characters to try out with, so I'm sure you can probably find a character who will mesh well with you. If I had to pick 3 right off the top of my head, it would be either Zack or Rig, Momiji, and Ayane.
My favorite characters are Kasumi, Rig, Genfu, and Hitomi.
For those of you watching who have never played a Dead or Alive game, to simplify, you have a triangle system. You have strikes, throws, and holds. Strikes counter throws, throws counter holds, and holds counter strikes. Easy to explain, but very hard to get a handle on. These are the 3 core elements that make up this beautiful dance of gameplay. One of the main and most important changes brought into 5 is the critical burst. Once executed, leaves your opponent wide open, giving you the perfect opportunity to visit some extra damage. I'll be honest, I can't pull it off very consistently.
A skill issue.
Yes, I'm bad at the game, I admit it, okay? It's simple enough to pick up and play, making it a great game to introduce to your friends. But as I previously stated, like any competent fighting game, it's really hard to get good. The skill floor is actually really high. Another important change brought into Dead or Alive 5 is the power blows. These are comparable, I think, to maybe ultimate attacks, say in Raging Blast 2. They're cinematic, fun to watch, and real satisfying if you can pull them off. Hold on, let me play some examples for you. Jeff, roll it.
Over here!
Now, there are people who will write off the Dead or Alive games as just being fan service, and in my opinion, those people are dead wrong. Dead or Alive 5, for example, is a lovingly crafted game made by a passionate team that really wanted to put out the best product that they could. You can feel the heart, the passion, the dedication they put into the game. And in my opinion, it really paid off. There are also some questionable practices regarding DLC, but I'm not pulling the pin on that grenade. Well, yes, fan service is certainly a part of Dead or Alive, but it's not all there is to it. You can't judge a game, or really any piece of media, by purely what's on the surface level. That's kinda shallow if you ask me. There is so much depth in this game. You've got a huge cast of characters. Well, maybe not Budokai Tenkaichi 3 huge, but it's pretty big. It's bigger than the roster in Dead or Alive 6, which I find immeasurably disappointing that a previous game has a bigger roster. But it is what it is, I guess. Alright, this video was just me giving my overall thoughts on the game. Like I said at the start, it's not really a review. It's just me, giving my 2 cents. I would strongly recommend giving it a shot. Plus, there's a free-to-play version on Steam, so if you end up not liking it, you didn't waste any cash. If you liked the video, leave a comment. Feedback is an essential part of growth. If you liked what you saw, maybe hit that subscribe button. One last thing just before I go. I'm going to show you a little something. A peek into what I've got coming up.
Yeah, it'll be a blast.
Jeff and I are going to go play some more Dead or Alive 5. And we'll catch you in the next one.